Assalamu alaikum, friends. What if I told you that despite all your efforts to discipline your child, you might be missing the most important piece? A hidden reason that could be silently shaping their behavior. And their hearts, too. This isn't just a theory, it's my story. And it changed everything. And I promise you, if you do this with sincerity, it will work for you too, inshallah. There was a time when I felt like I was losing my children, not in a physical way, but emotionally. They were becoming more argumentative, disrespectful, and distant, and I couldn't understand why. I was doing everything a mother should do, loving them, caring for them, teaching them. But somehow they were changing, and it felt like no matter how much effort I put in, nothing was working. But what if I told you that the reason behind all this pain was something I never expected? Something so simple, yet so powerful, that it changed everything. If you're a mother feeling lost, overwhelmed, or helpless, don't turn away now. Because what I discovered could bring peace back to your home and soften even the hardest hearts. Stay with me till the end. This story might just be the answer you've been searching for. And then came the hardest moments. Simple things like come pray or finish your homework turned into long arguments. They would roll their eyes, talk back, or ignore me completely. If you're a mother watching this, you know exactly how painful that feels. I was doing everything a mother should do. I loved them, cared for them, gave them attention. But no matter how much effort I put in, nothing was working. At first, I blamed the usual culprits. Maybe too much screen time, maybe school pressure, maybe bad company. So I decided to take control. I went into panic mode. I removed all distractions. I banned screen time, stopped them from meeting friends, and no unnecessary outings. I spent more time with them, played with them, gave them attention, and tried to guide them with love and patience. But still, my heart wasn't at peace. Something was missing, and I didn't know what it was. Until one night, I couldn't hold it in anymore. I cried into my pillow, got up quietly, made wudu, and fell into sujood. I whispered through my tears, Ya Allah, what am I doing wrong? I'm trying so hard, but it's not working. Please help me. Ya Allah, I feel like I'm failing as a mother. I try, but I'm lost. And only you see my tears. My heart breaks watching my children drift away. Ya Rab, soften their hearts. Mend what I've broken. Fill our home with your peace. Guide me when I don't have the strength. You are my only hope, Ya Allah. And then, as if Allah answered me right there in my dua, a beautiful memory came into my mind. A memory I hadn't thought about in years. I remembered my mother. I remembered how every morning after Fajr, I used to see her in the kitchen kneading the dough, quietly reciting Durood, that is salawat, on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She never cooked in silence. Her lips were always moving in Dhikr. Even when chopping onions or stirring a pot, she was remembering Allah. And she used to say, when I cook with Allah's name, He puts barakah in the food. That barakah protects our children. It keeps their hearts soft. That memory hit me hard, because I realized I had forgotten that part of motherhood. For months, I'd been cooking with stress, with a tired mind, and a silent tongue. No Durood, no Astaghfar, no Dhikr. I was feeding their stomachs, but not their souls. That night, I cried again, but this time out of gratitude, because Allah reminded me of something so simple, yet so powerful. The next morning, I made a new intention. I started reciting salawat over everything I made in the kitchen. With every spoon I stirred, every piece I chopped, and every dish I prepared, I whispered Dhikr, hoping that the barakah of those words would reach my children's hearts. I wanted the food to carry more than flavor. I wanted it to carry love, peace, and the remembrance of Allah, to heal what arguments and advice could not. And subhanallah, something changed. Not all at once, but in a calm, beautiful, silent way. My home felt lighter. Even when I cooked less, the food felt enough. My children began to soften. They hugged me more, They laughed with me. They started looking into my eyes again. The arguments started to fade, and most importantly, I changed. I felt at peace again. Just a short time of heedlessness had brought unease, but Allah caught hold of me again. Ya Allah, I only seek your support. You alone are enough for me. I also made a small habit of praying 2 rakahs of shukr every day, just to thank Allah for this awakening. And even in that small act, I found a deep calm that I had been missing. To all dear mothers and sisters, if you are feeling overwhelmed, if your home feels heavy, if your children feel distant, maybe it's time to pick up the forgotten treasure. Not a parenting book, not a stricter schedule, but the Dhikr of Allah in your daily life. In your cooking, in your cleaning, in your ordinary routines. Say Bismillah before you feed them. Recite Durood while folding their clothes. Make dua while packing their school bags. And you will see, what discipline could not do, barakah will. What long lectures failed to fix, a mother's whispered dhikr will heal. Quietly, deeply, beautifully. So start today. And if this story touched your heart, like, subscribe, and share it with other mothers too.